to Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast.
I wanna say,
Hey, it's JD here, back for another week of paddling through the catalog of seminal indie rock band Pavement as we look for waves, look for ripples in the system that we can see through to better understand what it is about this band that just locks us in and keeps us going and driving us to listen to a new episode each week covering a different track in chronological order, with a goal for me personally of someday, perhaps, maybe, meeting Malcolmus. Welcome to the show. Haven't done a full, broad introduction like that in quite some time, so I thought I'd pull that one out for you. If you're new around here, it goes without saying that I am uncool and underqualified to be delivering this project to your ears, yet here I am, and I'm enjoying myself immensely. Met a lot of cool people. You know, we would have got to connect in Porto at a concert that was ripped away from us by this hideous sickness that is tearing apart the world, quite frankly. It seems like we're in a second wave. My country is doing well, but I read every day that others not so much. So I hope where you are, you're healthy and handsome and happy. Those are the three H's I strive for. You know, I'm lucky if I can get one of them in a day, but nevertheless. So there's that. What can I tell you? I am baking an apple crisp right now. I don't know if that's a regional thing or not. But here's my trick. Here's my secret. You take the crisp part and you double it. You double the recipe. So you put in the regular amount of apples, but you go double on the crisp. Because let's face it, that crisp part is fucking gold. And it's in the oven right now. I've given myself plenty of time. I prepared that. And I sat down on this little portable studio that I put together here that sounds god-awful from what I understand. And I cracked a beer, and I'm now looking into the Gulf of St. Lawrence and some pinery and beautiful ocean water coming in. It's high tide. The gulls are out. They're looking for, they're looking hard, but they're not going to find much because it is high tide. So what can I tell you? I'm relaxed. I'm chilled. It's been a good trip. We're wrapping it up this weekend, and next week I'll be on my regular gear. Now, it's been brought to my attention that the songs, when I play the songs on the pod, that oftentimes there is a volume shift. If you're experiencing that, let me know. Was it a certain date that started? Has it been like that always? I do quality control. I listen to these occasionally. It's tough, though. I got to tell you, it's tough to listen to yourself. So, especially when you're me. So, there's that. Reach out. Send me an email, jd@meetingmalcolmus.com, and let me know. Hey, JD, this free content that I'm getting sucks. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm delivering it to you. It should sound as good as I can. But like I say, I'm on a portable system right now. It's a USB microphone with no preamp. I'm barely generating a sound wave, and it's frustrating. And then when I play it back, it's got a hiss, so I have to run it through a leveler and fix that up. And it's a little bit more work, and I should be on vacation. So what's going on here? Why do I sound like Rodney Dangerfield all of a sudden? I don't know. No respect. Anyway, we are wrapping up. Can you fucking believe it? We're wrapping up Wowee Zowee. This is a monster record in the middle of the catalog, and it's over. We've got 2 records after this. We've got a couple EPs, but we've got 2 records. And they're both short. They're both short records. So, man, I can see the end of the line here. At which point, when we do get to the end of the line, if you're not listening to the Malcolmist Conundrum already, you should jump into that, because that is all about the Jicks. And it's pretty cool. It's I've been listening to it, and it's great. They're having a tournament to determine what their favorite Jicks song is. So it's like a single knockout kind of thing, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. It's kind of on your podcatcher of choice. And maybe we can get them on here sometime and have a little chatski, you know? So, yeah, rounding out Wowee Zowee, and we rounded out with a track that is another Spiral track, and it certainly is the lesser of the 2 Spiral tracks that make the cut on this record. Not by, orders of magnitude or anything like that. It's just that the prior song is so good, and could have been a single. In fact, it's so good that this song doesn't stand a chance. Now, luckily, it doesn't overstay its welcome. It comes in. It's got some very bizarre lyrics. A neat vocal effect. This is when Scott wasn't as... I don't know whether he just wasn't as comfortable with his voice, or whether he was really obsessed with, the music he was listening to and wanted to emulate that to a degree. But if you listen to his newer stuff, in particular his last record, he really has come a long way vocally, like a long way. And he uses his vocals as an instrument now, I think. And, he's better for it. It sounds great. He just sounds confident. And when I saw him live, like, he's a front man, like he does it. He's really quite good. Now back to Western Homes. Let's give it a listen, and we'll come back and talk about Western Homes a little bit more.
Your Western homes are locked forever. The new frontier is not back here. Magnetic screens that hold them back with all they bring you years of. This is what I always wanted. A new home, a place to breathe. Bring your congregation Sunday and you will never.
Okay, so there's nothing offensive about that song whatsoever. But does that song crack your top 10 on Wowee? Like, no, it doesn't, right? It's not a top 10 song on this record. For me, it's not. It's not my least favorite. I don't put it in I don't think it goes in the bottom. Well, probably goes in the bottom third. Yeah, probably goes in the bottom third. But it's not my least favorite. But I like that guitar tone. I think I think it's really cool sounding. I think his vocal effect is pretty neat. And then again, those goddamn lyrics.
This holiday, wrap affection with a gift that everyone loves. Gift cards. Giftcards.com makes it easy to make the thought and the gift count with over 350 brands to choose from. Gift from top brands like Sephora, Nordstrom, DoorDash, and more. New this year is the Giftcards.com gift card, which gives your giftee access to choose from almost anything at Giftcards.com with no purchase fees, no expiration, and instant delivery. It's the gift of so many possibilities. Visit giftcards.com today. See giftcards.com for terms and conditions.
Shop limited time deals on last minute gifts now at Lowe's. Save $50 on a Werner 6-foot aluminum stepladder. Was $89, now just $39. Plus, get your choice of select Craftsman V20 tools for only $39. And save time and money with free shipping on orders of $45 or more. Because Lowe's knows deals. Offers valid 12/5 through 12/11. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii.
It's a messed up track in terms of lyrics. Your Western homes are locked forever. The new frontier is not that near. Here's where it gets weird. Magnetic screens that fold in backward will only bring you years of fear. This is what I always wanted, a new home with a place to breathe. Bring your congregation someday, and you will never see what I want. I can't see what I want. I can't see what I want. I can't see what I want. What I want, I can't see. So what is Spiral Sarah's talking about here? I mean, if I were to take a stab, I think this is about, to me, I think this is about leaving California and moving onward, as the trajectory of the band, grows, which it did. And when he wrote this song, they were coming off of, a monster record in their world for sure. So there's something to that vibe, I think, that really lends credence to that, The new frontier is not that near. The magnetic screens that fold in backward, I don't know, will only bring you years of fear. Magnetic screens that fold in backward. Anybody got a line on that? Send me an email, jd@meetingmalcolmist.com. That would be interesting to know what you think that could be. But that's my feeling. That's my thoughts. That's my 2 cents. Let's take a look at some emails. I've got some emails, and I want to share them with you. I got a really good email from Andrea, and Andrea doesn't say where she's from, although she does say she saw a show in Ohio. So we will call her Andrea from Ohio. And she says, yo, JD. She says, yo, that's cool. Automatically, she's 10 times cooler than I am, right? Anybody that says yo. Yo, JD. I've been enjoying your podcast. I'm only on episode 6 so far, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. Oh my God, if you're enjoying it early on, you are a trooper, because I feel like, am I wrong? Early on, it was a slog, wasn't it? Maybe that was just me. Anyway, she continues. I got to see the final 1999 U.S. Pavement show at Bogart's in Ohio, and they played a cover of Lithium that was awesome. I know there was a soundboard recording made of it, but could never find it anywhere. Excuse me? Oh my gosh, this is the first I'm hearing of this. Ever hear of that? No, I just told you. In fact, I've never heard of it. I know there were other recordings from that tour, and one I heard that included Lithium, but it was earlier in the tour and it was aborted. The version I heard was much better and complete. They comically changed some of the lyrics around, but I don't remember how. Please put out a call for this in your next episode if you can. Well, I am. There we go. I'm putting out a call. Anybody got this version of Lithium from Pavement? And then she continues, as for Box Elder, the notes from episode 2 and 5, there is a Box Elder in Montana, and there is no Box Elder in Missouri. So Malcolmus is the one who got the abbreviation wrong, unless he was making up a fictional town for the song of Box Elder MT, and it would not have the same ring to it. I concur. Keep up the great work, she says, and then she's got an accent, so it's Andrea. Maybe it's Andrea? Is it Andrea? I said Andrea. Oh no, I didn't mean to say that, Andrea. Anyway, thanks for writing. That's pretty cool. Let's find this Lithium song and make Andrea's name make her day. That would be cool. Okay. I don't think she's from Ohio either. I think she just went there to see the band, so you'll have to follow up with me. Okay. And then I got another email here. I got an email from Connor, and Connor is in Toronto. Hey, that's badass. My stomping grounds. I hope you're holding down the fort there, Connor. Hey, man. See, he even says, hey, man. And I can just tell the way he wrote it. He says, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Well, not hey, man. Hey, man. I've been meaning to email you since at least March when I heard the Gold Sounds episode. I discovered the pod and started listening in February. I would listen on my bike ride home from work. I was working at a restaurant before everything turned upside down, and this pod was perfect for my chill night bike ride home. Finally started listening again in the past couple of weeks. There's too much I could say about Pavement and individual songs that I could say and will say at some point. The one story I will leave you with now is by far my best, and unfortunately it's not even that good. Here it goes. Let's don't judge yourself so harshly. We'll judge you. The first chance I got to see Malcolmus was in 2018 in Vancouver. I may have been able to see him earlier, but he really wasn't on my radar. Anyway, I was pumped for the show and really wanted to meet Malcolmus and try to be a cool fan. You know, a bit more unique than just saying how much I love Pavement. So I got the idea to make a shirt after hearing the song Brink of Clouds, Candy Lad. My friend and I made the design for the Candy Lad, and I printed it on a shirt, hoping that I would see him and it would be a fun kind of conversation starter. Big surprise. I didn't see him. I went to the merch stand after the gig, which was right behind the backstage door. Someone went in the door, and I saw him talking with some people, and I made eye contact with him. I made an exciting, oh, hey, I have something to say face, and pointed to the bag in my hand. He raised his eyebrows and looked intrigued, but mostly confused and sort of tired. The door closed, and I waited around another minute. I stopped the bass player when she was on her way out the door and asked if I could give this shirt to Malcolmus. I felt terrible asking a musician if I could use them just to get closer to the star of the show. It's so awkward. Also, me being a bass player could feel that I get that no respect vibe, which is super valid. I then said, great show by the way, but that felt so forced and made it more awkward. She said he was talking to some friends, but she would give him this shirt. I felt like at least something was going right. I waited, hoping for him to come out and laugh and appreciate the work my friend and I put into this shirt, and say something like, I haven't thought about this in years. But nope, after 2 minutes, the security guards kicked me out. There was a very short line at the merch stand, and it was summer, so no coat check. No reason to keep people in. I was a bit upset. I got my hopes up. You gotta harness your hopes, man. That's the trick. You gotta harness those hopes. I got my hopes up. I went around back, and I hoped that maybe I would see him or other people smoking or loading on the bus or something. I waited a few minutes, but no, nothing. Just a dark alley in Chinatown, Gastown area of Vancouver, which is pretty damn sketchy. A few people asked me if I wanted crack or heroin, and I took that as a sign to give up. The next couple weeks, I checked his Instagram, hoping he would post it, but nothing. I really hope that this didn't go over his head. It probably did, now that I think about it. That's it. I'm from Toronto, and was so pleased when I discovered you were from Toronto, too. I was 15 when Pavement played Toronto on the 2010 reunion. My brother and father went, but I was not into them yet. I did see Iggy Pop that night, though, so at least I got that. Hey, dude, you saw Iggy Pop. That's great. I mean, I love Iggy Pop, but I love Pavement more. So that was when I was living in fucking California, and they were playing in Stockton, and I didn't go to the show. Have I told you guys that story? I don't know if I have, but terrible time. Terrible time. Anyway, back to our friend here. And he says, after falling in love with Pavement, I'm a bit heartbroken. I've been living in BC the last 3 years, but I'm moving back to Toronto at the end of August. So if you want to talk Pavement at some point, I would be down to have a safe, socially distant beer and chat. Thank you for doing the show. I'm not a subscriber yet, but I really do appreciate the time and effort you put into this. Hey, no worries about subscribing. If you're listening to the show, that's cool. If you're sending me emails, wow, that's amazing. I never thought anybody would be listening to this. So there's that, and that's great. If you want to be a completist, you can get the bonus feed, and kudos to you. But it's enough about that. Anyway, so that's what we got. And yeah, that's it. I've got like 2 emails in the hopper after this, so send me your emails if you want, and I'll read them on the show. What a reward, right? You get to hear me read an email and tear it apart, or non sequitur all the way through it. How great is that? Oh, well. Okay. That's all I got for you this week. There's no live version of this song that I could track down that gave anything, over and above what we got in the main track. So that's what we got for you. And hope you appreciate it. I did. Talk to you soon. Be well. Next time I'll be in Toronto. Oh my God. Big drive ahead. Holy shit. Wish me luck.
Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. Connect with JD at jd@meetingmalcolmus.com. Please support the pod by rating, reviewing, or sponsoring us at meetingmalcolmus.com. And hey, I'm social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at Meeting Malcolmus.
Get even more savings this holiday season by becoming a Milo's Rewards member. Don't miss new member deals dropping every week, like $15 off a purchase of $50 or more on select Bounty, Charmin, and Puffs paper products. Plus, get free standard shipping with Silver Key status. Just one more way Lowe's is here to help you shop, save, and enjoy the holidays. Join for free today. Milo's Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change. Exclusions and more terms apply. Visit Lowe's.com/shipping terms for details.